Visit Nagaraj. Find a home that fits your future. You are listening to Real Estate Roundup. Real Estate Roundup with Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bali 92.3 FM.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and today I'm joined by special guest Naresh, a trusted contractor serving the NT Bay Area. Whether you plan to sell, remodel, or navigate a construction delays and rising in material costs, today's conversation is packed with insights you won't want to miss. Naresh, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nagaraj. Thank you for having me here. And then hope everyone over there is having a fantastic Sunday so far.
Yeah, no complaints. Bay Area always June is no complaints, right? Only the complaint might be the fire sometimes, and the hot weather too, right? Uh, Naresh, let me start. Is from few weeks I'm discussing about the how the prices are showing some impacts around in the Bay Area, right? Like, are you observing or are you seeing a slowdown in the Bay Area construction market right now? How is it going on right now?
The slowdown in terms of construction, you mean?
Yeah, in the construction perspective.
Yeah, in the construction, I see a small dip, but that dip is not that of a significant thing. But still, there is a lot of calls that we do get every day, inquiring about remodeling projects, inquiring about additions, ADUs. So probably I can tell there is a small dip. If we used, for example, if we used to get like 10 calls a day, then probably it was like 7, but which is not as significant as like going the numbers down to 2 or 3.
Okay.
But the ratio is still, there is a significant, not significant less of interest or any calls, but there is a small drop. I can observe.
Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to Naresh from NT Bay Area. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate or any questions on the construction ADUs or anything, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92, 877 Bali 92. So Naresh, you told, but are you seeing is the seller or the buyers are still interested to spend in that amount of money in the remodeling, or like how is it the observations wise? One is the number of calls you're getting in. Maybe the second thing is, are there any requirements reduces for the homeowners, or how is it right now?
So because some projects which are already started, they have did some background work. For example, addition project or some new construction project, they might have already bought that property. They might have invested a lot of time at the moment, and then they might also wanted to finish that project sooner so they can move in. So they might have some kind of rentals in some areas where they are living in. So for them, they don't want it to be like not doing it at this moment, even though the prices are high. They don't have any option. They have to still do that, finish that, and then move in. So that's the place where they are in. Okay. So for the people, the people or like the clients, which they have like requirements like that, for sure, they have to do it, and then we do get calls. For example, sometimes, in a different scenario where they have an existing home, they see the kitchen is outdated, they want to remodel. They have bathroom is outdated, which they want to remodel, which they have in their mind to do it. But those projects, they don't want to do it at this moment because they don't have a necessary or need to do that one, because it's still working condition, still they are using it, no complaints about that one. But aesthetics perspective, they don't want to do it at this moment. But if you say like not everyone are in the same boat, no. Some people, whoever they can afford, they're still going in. Okay, this 20%, 30%, whatever increase, they still feel like, okay, still I do have time, and then this is the time. I don't want to wait for when it's gonna go, when it's gonna go down. They don't want to wait for that long. So it's still doing it,
Okay. But which remodeling projects are most in demand for your kitchen, bath, ADUs, or full home flips? What is more demand are you observing?
So right now we do get a lot of calls for ADUs, a lot of calls for ADUs, and then we also get a lot of calls in doing addition projects. Okay. And then also at the same time, lately I was also observing people are also interested in buying some lands, getting it new construction.
Mhm.
So that's also I see some calls coming in that that
Okay.
area.
So you see a lot of homeowners who are interested to buy a land still.
Still, so if I have to put it a ratio, so I would say like five calls probably ADUs,
Mhm.
three calls for additions, and then at least 1-2 calls for
But do
new
you
construction.
think still ADU is still a golden goose? Like, do you think it was like I felt like ADUs were kind of overrated, or like I felt like it was kind of in a trend too much? Do you think still they prefer, because I don't see values coming in for ADUs when they're selling it? But only thing is, if you can't buy a house, like not a bigger house, or like if you have a bigger family, then the ADUs make sense, right? So what is the trend? What you're observing in the ADUs wise?
ADUs, I mean, it's because put it this way. So normally, you know, normally in order to, you already have a land, big yard, and then you have an option to separate it out with your existing, living conditions.
Mm.
So a lot of people are thinking in the aspect, oh, okay, why can't I do an ADU and then make it a separate entrance and I have someone live there? It's like additional income,
Mhm.
And then sometimes what they are doing is they are trying to split the land in SB9. Instead of doing an ADU, they are trying to do some actual new construction project right there, and then trying to sell it off or keeping it. So it all, I would technically consider that like an ADU kind of thing, but a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, right, like the ADU's perspective, right, like the wait time is what, 1 year, 2 years right now, or 1.5 years?
Right
I-
from the beginning, I would say the total process will take up to a year.
yeah.
Total process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be done within 1 year if somebody's looking for an ADU.
Yeah, for example, if someone calls us right now, so what we do is we schedule them in-person visit.
Mhm.
Once we talk to them, we try to understand the requirement, and then the next time we try to schedule them with the architect and engineer on site,
Mhm.
where they take the measurements, and then we give them the architect drawings, structural drawings, and then Title 24 energy calculations, structural calculations. We make the all package and submit to the city,
Mhm.
and then get it approved from the city, and then do the actual construction. So this whole process of drawing plans and getting approval from the city, which could take anywhere from 2 to 4 months.
Okay.
And it also depends on the city.
Mhm.
Okay. And then after that, construction is actually another 6 months or so. Sometimes, plus minus, 1 month here and there, depending upon the material availability,
Mhm.
depending upon the inspections availability.
Mhm.
So I would say to be in a safer side in a year
Okay.
to start to finish.
Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to Naresh from NT Bay Area. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate, remodeling, ADUs, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92, 877 Bali 92. One more important thing, like before I talk more on the ADUs, I would like to talk about the condo remodels.
Mhm.
Have you done anything on the condo remodels? Like, are you seeing any limitations in the HOA communities the homeowners should know about, or when they do the condo remodels?
Condo remodels is also popular ones, what we also do.
Mhm.
But the only problem is with the condos, if it is an HOA, so you cannot do any modifications exterior.
True.
Okay. Any modifications you are doing exterior, it's gonna be
Let's take
very.
up a call. Hello, welcome to the show, Real Estate Show. Your name, please. Hello. Yeah, we just lost it. Do give us a call back. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah. We are live on Bali 92.3. Our studio line number is 877 Bali 92. Any questions in the Bay Area real estate or on the construction or ADUs, do give us a call. So, Naresh, like that's what, like you say, still the condos are popular for condo remodels. Or
Yes, they are popular, but the only drawback with that one is they can do anything interior. Interior changes are okay, but anything which is exterior, they can't do it.
Okay.
Okay. The problem is, because the HOA have some limitations, homeowners association, they need to have everyone to be approved with the design or color change or the window changes, anything, which is very much strict in terms of doing any modifications in the exterior. But other than that, also the other thing is, since it is a condo, you cannot technically add any square footage. For example, if you have a land, if you feel that it's like small, if you want to add another bedroom or bathroom, technically you have a land when you have a property.
Right.
Okay. So these condos, the one of the drawback is you cannot technically do much. So
Right.
whatever the square footage you have, you need to modify interior only.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if somebody right now I'm keep talking about how the condo market has slowed down right now, but not all the condos. I was able to sell even a condo for cash only things. Okay, but what is the highest, like easiest return of investment upgrades like someone in condo can be do, like somebody wants to sell a house now, right, or somebody wants to list a house, what is the easiest high return on of investment upgrades do you think it can be?
So cosmetic changes. So what I would
Let's take a call. Hello, welcome to the real estate show. Your name please. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi, your name please. Real estate. Hello. Yeah. Do please give us a call back. When you call back, please make sure you turned off your radio volume. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92. I think maybe it's a bad reception also. Do give me a call back. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92. I'm talking to Naresh from NT Bay Area, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and we're discussing anything and everything about a Bay Area real estate, because always the Bay Area real estate needs to be planned properly. It contains a lot of other factors, like remodeling is one of the factors, and the construction is also one of the factors, because if you bought a plot and you need to do a construction. One more important thing I needed to mention, Naresh, like a lot of folks, right, they're very much interested in the buying the flipper houses, but they really don't know the pain what they're going through, right? Like it's always the thing is like a far away mountain looks really good until you go there. They're too excited to buy. Once they buy it, they think, oh, Nagaraj, I think I paid too high. Like it's remodeling is costing me so much. Right? Without pain, nothing is gained in a year. Correct. So I think that's why having a right team when they're doing it, when they're especially doing all these fixer uppers, right? It makes a difference. Correct. And a lot of folks, one more thing what I've noticed, they bought their houses in Manteca as a secondary homes, Manteca, Lathrop, and other stuff. Okay, but home prices are not going up too much. Differences are there. But if they could have done the same thing here, like basically a 1.2, 1.3, if they would have bought a fixer uppers, if they could have done a better stuff like in the remodeling or like fixing up the house. I was going through one of the house in Evergreen. Okay, this house was bought it for 1.45 million 4 months back in a March time frame. They fixed up the house. They've listed it for close to a 2 million now. Close to a 2 million.
And then it was sold?
It's still an active state, just like it's been 18 days, but easily it will sell around 1.8 for 1.9. So still people can make a couple of 100Ks depending on how you plan for it. But always it's a learning which you need to go through it. Don't jump like it's easy to do it. No, it's a learning, always a phase which you need to go through. Listeners, if you have any questions, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to Naresh from NTV area. So coming back to our condo returns, right? One is the cosmetic stuffs you told me. What else do you think that if somebody can do with the condo stuffs like they want to do?
So condo stuff, mainly what I would say is upgrading the whole place. Maybe new floors, new bathroom upgrades, new kitchen upgrades, new countertops, new cabinets, and then fresh paint, and then new light fixtures. So that's what they need to do. No, I mean, other than that, there is no much possibility.
And I think they need to keep the budget by themselves. What is the maximum they can do it? Like 10K or 8K, like maximum, keep the budget, play around with it.
Correct.
So the one of the stuff you told is the flooring, which makes a difference. If the floor is too bad, better maybe changing the floor makes a difference, right? This one of the condo which we sold in for 525K in Newark area. It was sold for 520K. That one, like every bathroom, everything was upgraded. Okay, since it was easy to upgrade, if it's upgraded, it sells. There are 10 more condos in that neighborhood or in that apartment, but it was not selling in because it was not upgraded. So that is why somebody wants to upgrade an apartments also, the condos also, they can reach out to you, right?
Definitely. And also put it this way, so the thing is, every buyer who is trying to buy why do they want to take a hassle of buying it and then trying to remodel it, hiring a contractor? If somebody done that work for them, then definitely, that will be like easy thing to take it and then move in right away instead of going through all the circling back, the whole process. So definitely, whoever wants to reach out for condos or additions, ADUs, new construction, whatever the construction type they have, or whatever the project they have in their mind, then they can definitely reach out to me.
But let me talk about one more thing. If a homeowner wants to sell a house in 2 weeks, let's assume they lost a job or they're moving to a East Bay and they want to get rid of the current home, right? What can realistically be remodeled in that time frame? Somebody wants to go within a 2 weeks to a sell. Do you offer some express packages for a quick pre-sale improvements like paint, fixtures, landscaping, etc., all in one?
So what we can do some painting, but anything other than maybe painting and flooring we can do to the maximum. But other than that, cabinets, countertops, and kitchen, it's gonna take time because everything, whatever we do through proper inspections.
Yeah,
because that is necessary.
And again, I think as you said, some of the things, countertops and everything, maybe need a permits also, right?
Permits, and also it's not something that you put it this way. So you have existing cabinets and countertop, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to replace new cabinets and countertops, so we only have 2 weeks, right? So for us to demo, clean up everything, the existing cabinets and existing countertops, probably, and that will take at least 2 days.
Correct.
Okay. And then once we remove everything, we just want to make sure, new cabinets and then are exactly fitting in the right place wherever they're supposed to be. Okay. And then also we need to, as soon as we take it off the old cabinets, we need to upgrade electrical and plumbing and mechanical to up to code. So that take another 2-3 days. So that means 1 week is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, once the rough trades are done, then we need to patch and fix the sheetrock and paint it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to take another 2 days, 3 days. And the cabinets installation itself, it will take another 4-5 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the countertop fabrication install will take another 2 days.
Oh, you can't, there are some where like you can do it within a week and all, that's not kind of
no, kitchen remodel, no. Kitchen and bathrooms, no.
Because if you're doing as per the codes, always it takes a time.
Correct. And then also everything has to go through city inspections.
Yeah.
A city inspector will come and verify the work, make sure. Because even for the homeowner who wants us to do this kind of projects, it's always better, and we always encourage to take the permit to do these projects.
Yeah.
Because you never know what will happen.
I think if you're doing anything within a 2 weeks, then the paint is the one thing. For sure. Flooring you can consider, and if there are any leaks in the house,
and repairs.
Do please make sure you're fixing all the leaks.
Correct.
That's the source. Even the light fixtures, maybe already older to newer fixtures, it can give you a value also. Like if you have old chandeliers, maybe changing to old chandelier to new chandeliers brings in a thing, right?
Correct.
And when you're listing it, make sure you're removing all the windows, curtains and everything. There are no blinds or shades. So that brings in a more light also.
Correct.
And going with the lighter colors maybe like helps you out also, right? Like for the homeowners, because it gives you a brightness in the house, more light in the house, so which always gives a value addition. So how much realistically they can spend, it again depends on the budget what they have. Like any sellers I meet or the homeowners I meet, I tell them like, what is your budget to list it out? Do you have an actually budget or not? Based on the budget they can give, like we can decide on what things can be done, what things can't be done.
Correct.
And again depends on how fast they want to sell the house also.
Correct. Definitely. I agree with you totally.
Okay. So listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, I'm talking to Naresh from NT Bay Area. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92. Naresh, like I have basically few rapid fire questions to you.
Sure.
Okay, let's make it a little bit fun. Is vinyl popular? Is a vinyl flooring still popular?
Vinyl flooring, yes, in some places, in apartments, condos, yes, and in rental properties, yes.
Okay. Are open kitchens still in a demand?
Yes, it is, but if you need to have a bigger home, then only it will make a value. If you have a small home and then if you try to open it up, there is nothing much, you can get a value out of it.
Okay. One more last question. Can painting alone add a 10K in a value?
Yes, that's exactly true.
Okay. Listeners, myself, Nagaraj Annaiah, I'm talking to Naresh from NT Bay Area. If you have any questions, we are still live on a Bolly 92.3. You can give us a call. Our studio line number is 877 Bolly 92. And one more thing, like, have you had a supply chain issue lately? Which materials are becoming harder or more expensive to get now?
We're gonna definitely get the finished materials. Rough materials, basically it comes from Mexico and stuff. Okay, and then the other rough materials are manufactured and supplied around the area, California and the surrounding areas. So we'll never have any problem with the rough materials at least.
Okay.
Okay. So when it comes to the finished material, you will have some challenges. For example, cabinets, countertops, and then like light fixtures. I mean, light fixtures is not of a significant value in cost, but cabinets, countertops, yes, they are very significant cost. And then also we cannot make them here with this labor intensive. Here, since it is a labor intensive, we cannot make the cabinets, here. That option is completely ruled out. If you are trying to make them the cabinets here, whatever you're paying right now, you have to pay at least 3 times more.
Yeah, and I think I remember as I recall when you were trying to say about this. I think if somebody is doing a, like, let's say, big complete remodeling or a complete they're bringing out 1 or 2 homes the upgrades, right? Is it better to buy something here or go to China and get all the materials from there?
I would say going to China is better. Definitely, they will save a lot of money. But at the same time, you need to know exactly what you're ordering. Because you cannot go and, for example, let me put it this way. So you made some square footage calculations. You go there and then place an order, and then that will take like 3 months to come here. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 or 4 months to come here. So the 3 or 4 months is a good amount of time. So if you plan it accordingly, if you plan it right, then that 3-4 months is good time. But what if the case where you miscalculated? What if the case there is something wrong happened? What if the cases that if there is some cases like if cases. So if you wanted to do the same material again, it's going to be very, very hard to find. Another 4 months, 5 months you'll be wasted in that one. So what I would recommend is hire a contractor who is knowledgeable enough, have him put everything on a spreadsheet. Okay. Listed out all the details, what can be bought here, what can be bought from overseas, from China or some other place. Okay, what saves us more cost. Then go check it out in person. Go to China or wherever you wanted to go. Go there, check it out, feel the material. Make sure you.
Again, it all depends on the homeowners how much time they have, right?
Yes.
Do they really have that much time to save? But usually, they can save up to 100Ks or higher based on that.
Definitely.
But Naresh, if somebody wants to reach out to you, how is the best number to reach out? How can?
So my name is Naresh. I'm the general contractor. My company name is NT Bay Area Construction. We're based in the Bay Area. So we serve in the Bay Area as well. So a good way to reach out us is by phone number 510-324-6588, or they can go to our website www.ntbayareaconstruction.com, click on the WhatsApp icon and send us a message. So they will get an answer.
Okay. Listeners, if you want to reach out to me, it's just simple. Go to nagarajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon. That's the easiest way to connect with me. I have a few listings coming up, starting from all the way from Evergreen to Newark. The Evergreen listings would be a 1.765 million, close to it's in Oakland, where great schools around. And if somebody is looking for a starter home for a 1.2 to 1.3, I have a listing coming up in a Newark area also. So I have some couple of listings coming in Sandermont, Dublin also. If you're interested to know more about my off-market listings and coming soon listings, do reach out to me. And if somebody wants to look for a condos also, do give me a call. It's easy to do it. Go to nagarajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, listeners. Thank you.